All right, let's get started. Welcome to class, everybody. Great to have you here. Today is functional fitness, so we alternate between yoga and functional fitness. Our yoga class is mostly seated. Our functional fitness is a little bit more active and standing. Before we get moving, just a quick reminder of what else GoGo offers. So in addition to these classes, you can access rides, meals, groceries, medication delivery, and home services, all by calling one number. That phone number is 855-464-6872. We also have a referral program. So at the bottom of your GoGo receipts, there's a code. You can give that code to a friend. And once they take their first GoGo service, you will both receive $10 in credit. We also have a Facebook group. So if you want to continue any of these conversations online or see how other people are using GoGo, you can find us on Facebook and we'll share a link in the chat. All right, so let's get started. I'm Adra. If we haven't met, I teach the yoga and the functional fitness classes here at GoGo. Great to have you here. What do we need? So you need a chair. We will use the chair here and there either for balance or to sit in it. And then usually we have a set of light weights, but I thought today I would grab my cans. So if you do not have a set of light weights, 1 to 3 pounds, you can grab some cans. You could also grab water bottles. You can also use nothing at all. I just thought, I always say you can use cans, but I never use them. So I thought today I would actually use some cans. If you choose to grab cans, maybe grab cans of two things of the same item if you have that, so that the weight is even right to left. Everything we do though, you can do without any weight at all, and you'll still receive a lot of benefit. With that, I think that's all we need today. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And so my screen should be the big one, but if it is not, you might just need to adjust your settings. So you want to adjust your settings to speaker view if you want to see me nice and big. I'm just going to adjust my mic here. You might hear, I have a slight cold, so if I sneeze and it's really loud, I apologize. Okay, here we go. So if you don't see me nice and big, you can move your cursor to the top right-hand corner of your Zoom screen, and there'll be a square that pops up that says view. You can change the view to speaker view if you want to see me nice and big, or gallery view if you want to see everybody else. All right, so we're just going to start in standing, feet grounded. Let's do a few shoulder rolls forward. And a few shoulder rolls back. So just a reminder that this is your time and your practice. So please listen to your body. Only move in ways that feel good to you. Let's go ahead and inhale, circle the arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hands come back down. Repeat that several times at your own pace. So if at any point you want to skip anything or modify or take a break, you are totally welcome to do so, or encouraged even to do so. You want this class to be sustainable and safe for you. Next time your arms are down, we'll keep them down. And we'll start to move through the spine. So you'll inhale, open up the arms and lift the chest, tail goes back, and then exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, give yourself a hug. Inhale, open up the arms, chest comes forward, tail back, and exhale, curl. Give yourself a hug. Keep going. So again, you don't have to move at my pace, move at your own pace. And then releasing those arms and begin to bend side to side. then coming back to center, let's take the fingertips to the shoulders, soften the knees, a slight bend in the knees, and twist the upper body. A little rotation here in the spine. And then come back to center, release the arms. Take your feet a little bit wider. Toes can point slightly out, heels in. We'll inhale, bend the knees and reach the arms forward. And then straighten the legs and lower the arms. We're just doing small squats. Don't make them too big. So we inhale, bend the knees. And exhale, straighten. I'll just show you a side view. You don't need to move sideways. I'm just showing you a different view so you have a better sense of what we're doing. Just warming up those legs, finding some motion in the arms. And then coming back to center. All right, let's go ahead and grab our weights or cans. And we're going to do a little combination, so two motions. We'll first do a bicep curl. So you'll let your palms face forward. Come a little closer for a moment. Yeah, so we're gonna bend those elbows, bicep curl, and then push the arms up overhead, kind of narrow overhead press, and then lower the arms down. So we bicep curl, overhead press, lower the arms. Keep going at your own pace. Trying to keep your torso and your spine relatively still. And finding that this is an arm motion, not a spine motion. Couple more times. And then go ahead and let that go. And put those weights off to the side. We'll take our legs nice and wide now, so wider than the shoulders. Toes can point slightly out, heels slightly in, but nothing too extreme. We'll bend one knee, letting the hips go back. The other leg is straight, so you'll feel maybe a little inner thigh stretch. And then come back to center, and we'll switch sides. Other knee bends, hips go back, and then back to center. I'll show you a side view. So we bend one knee, hips go back, torso can come forward, straighten, bend the other knee, torso comes forward, straighten. Keep going. Moving at your own pace. Maybe one more time each side. And then coming back to center, bringing those legs back towards each other. We'll grab those weights once again, or your hands once again. And we're going right back to that exercise we've already done. So it's the bicep curl with the overhead press. We bend the elbows, push the arms up towards the ceiling. Try not to move the spine, and then lower the arms down. Keep going at your own pace. All right, and then we'll put those weights down if you want, or keep the weights for those side lunges. So if you want to have those weights for those side lunges, just for a little extra challenge, you're welcome to do that. It doesn't make a huge difference, just because it's our legs that we're working. So legs go wide, wider than the shoulders, toes can point slightly out, have your weights or not, bend one knee, hips go back, and then bend the other knee. So we only have one knee that is bent at a time. And coming back to center, releasing those arms, putting those weights down, shake it off. Just do a quick stretch here for a moment. Let's bring one arm in front of you, so straight arm can go forward and then to the side, and then you'll use your other arm to hook the elbow, or hook your elbow with the other arm. Or just pull the arm towards you, letting that shoulder drop away from the ear. It's a little stretch for the shoulder. And we'll release and switch sides. So other arm comes forward, cross it in front, and the elbow, pull it in. Little stretch for the shoulder, watching that shoulder is relaxed. And release, shake it off. All right, we're going to take our legs nice and wide once again. Not quite as wide as we were doing earlier for those side lunges, but a little wider than the shoulders. Toes are going to point out and heels will go in. We're going into a sumo squat. So hips can go back as you bend those knees. It's just a very wide squat. Knees pointing out to the side and then come up. So I'll just show you a side view. It's just a wide-legged squat. So it's a squat, but your legs are going wider. It's up to you how deep you go. 2 more. All right, and then bring those legs back towards each other, shake it off. We'll grab those weights once again. So this exercise can get quite challenging, so if you find that you want to put your weights down, you're welcome to do that. So don't feel like you have to keep holding on to your weights. So arms start by your side, and we'll take the arms out to the side and then back down. So we're going to do this several times. Out and down with control. So beginning, it shouldn't feel too bad, but as we continue, you'll probably start to feel those shoulders working. Okay, now we're going to bring those arms forward. Again, if it starts to feel too heavy, get rid of those weights. For more challenge, go slowly. All right, try not to plop the arms or use momentum. Right, using momentum makes it much easier. So that's fine. That's okay to do as well. And relax. All right, you can put your weights down or hold on to them for our sumo squats or our wide squats. So if you keep your weights, just bring them up towards your chest. Legs go wide, toes point out, heels in. We bend the knees and straighten. It's up to you how low you go. All right, and then coming down or coming up, bring those legs back together, shake it off. All right, we're repeating those arm lifts. So again, you decide whether you want your weights or not. And you can always alternate doing one arm and then the other if that feels better than doing both. So we go out to the side and back down with control. Relax jaw. And then we're going to change it up and go forward. Arms go forward and back down. And again, you're moving with control. All right, we'll put those weights down. And we'll get behind our chair or find a wall. We'll do a little stretch here. So hands on the chair. or on the wall or on a table. Walk your feet back and you'll create kind of an upside down L position. Torso is parallel to the earth. Knees can be soft. You don't need to bring your torso all the way down, so if it's more comfortable, torso can be up. And again, if you want, knees can be bent as well. And then lift the torso, walk yourself back. And we'll go into a little bit of balancing. So let's step the right foot in front of the left like you're standing on a tightrope. So this is the side view. I'll also show you the front view. So, right, one foot is hidden by the other. So we're standing one foot in front of the other, like you're standing on a tightrope. You're welcome to keep holding onto your chair or wall or whatever you're holding on to. For more challenge, maybe you hold on with just one or two fingers or release the hands completely. Find whatever degree of challenge works for you. Hands come back to the support and we'll switch legs. So other foot comes in front, once again, standing on that tightrope. Feeling free to continue to hold on, right? Give yourself the amount of support you need. Or maybe you hold on with just one or two fingers, or maybe with nothing at all. And then holding on once again, taking your feet back towards each other, shake it off. All right, just a little bit more balancing here before we do something else. Let's stand on that right foot and lift the left foot off the ground. So I don't mind, your foot can go back or it can go forward, whatever works for you. So we're standing on one foot if that's feasible. If this is too much, the toes of the leg that's lifted can be down just as a kickstand for just a little extra support. You can keep holding onto your chair with one or two hands, or one or two fingers, or nothing at all. Just whatever degree of challenge works for you today. Hands come back to your support if you've lifted them. Foot comes down and we switch sides. So standing on your other foot, lifting one leg. Again, toes can be down as a kickstand for a little support. You can hold on with one or two hands, one or two fingers, or nothing at all. Release the hands, lower the foot, shake it off. Going back into that L stretch we did earlier. So hands on your support, walk your feet back. Make that upside down L position. Knees can be bent or straight. Torso can be parallel to the earth or lifted higher. Then bring yourself back up. We're gonna go into some lunges now. You can do this with one hand on the chair. So I'll mirror you, and I'll have my right hand on the chair. So I'm mirroring you. We'll take the right foot forward and the left leg back. All 10 toes face forward. So this might feel a little tricky if you're wearing socks. So you can take your socks off if you are wearing socks without shoes. So either be with shoes or barefoot. You can do socks, right? I have my socks on, but it's just a little slippery. So if you have hardwood, it can be a little tricky. All 10 toes face forward. Notice how my legs are on kind of railroad track. So I'm not on a tightrope. That back leg is not hidden by the front leg. There's some width between the legs. This will give you a little more support in terms of balance. We'll go ahead and bend both knees like you're bending towards 90 degrees and then straighten. I'll show you a side view as well if you'd like. So we'll bend both knees and straighten. Keep going at your own pace. All right, coming up, stepping your feet together, shake it off. We'll do the other leg in front. You can keep holding on with the same arm, or if you want, you can turn around and hold on with the other arm. Just make it easy on yourself. You don't have to move the chair around. I'm just moving it because I did. There's no actual need to do that. You can keep the same hand on the chair. Either way, you're switching legs. So I'm mirroring you. So that means left leg is in front, right leg is behind. All 10 toes face forward. Back heel is off the ground. We bend the knees and straighten. Again, I'll show you a side view. So we're going towards 90. It doesn't actually need to go that low. You decide how low you go. All right, and then bring those legs back towards each other, shake it off. Go ahead and grab your weights if you'd like. And we'll bring the arms out to the side into a T position. So we've already been up here, but now we're going to hold and add little circles with the arms forward. If this is too much on the shoulders, arms can be lower or get rid of your weights. This is plenty challenging without weight. So know that you can get rid of those weights. Other way. And release. Lower those arms, put the weights to the side. Going back to our lunges. So we'll go back to that right leg in the front first. So right foot forward, left leg back. Hold on with either hand. You can even hold on with both. It just sometimes feels like the chair gets in the way. So holding on with either hand, all 10 toes face forward, back heel is off the ground. We bend both knees, lowering the body towards the earth, and then straighten both legs coming up, down and up. Coming all the way up, stepping your feet together, shake it off. And we'll do the other side. So this time, left leg is in front, right leg is behind. Either hand on the chair, whatever you want. All 10 toes face forward, back heel is lifted. Make sure you're not standing on a tightrope or a balance beam. There's a little space between the legs. We bend both knees, lowering and then straightening. All right, bringing those legs together, shake it off. And then grabbing your weights once again. Again, you don't need to have the weights, so if you don't want the weights, don't use them. Arms out into our T position. And then little circles one direction. Again, arms can be a little lower if that's more comfortable. Other direction. And releasing those weights. Lowering the arms, shake out the arms. We'll do a quick stretch. You'll interlace your fingers and push your palms forward, stretching the forearms, relaxing the shoulders. Jaw is soft. Releasing the arms, shake them out. We'll do a little neck stretch. We'll bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Switch sides, other ear to shoulder. And back to center. All right, let's do one more thing here with those weights. So you'll grab your weights again. We're going to go back to what we were doing earlier at the start of class and combine a couple of things. So we're going to combine the squat with the bicep curl and overhead press. So We did some squats right at the beginning, so I'll just go over all the components, then we'll string them together. So the squat, we'll do a regular squat. Right, we did those at the beginning as a warm-up. Right, so that's the motion of the squat, the legs, the knees bend, hips go back, torso can go forward. And then the arms will be a bicep curl with an overhead press. And we did this earlier as well. And then a lowering of the arms. We're going to combine all of those things together. And so I'll talk you through it several times. So set yourself up for your squats. Arms start straight. We bend those knees. So knees are bent in our squat. We go into our bicep curl. And as we straighten the legs, arms straighten towards the ceiling. We bend those knees, arms come down. We do a bicep curl and then an overhead press as you straighten your legs. Arms lower back down as you bend your knees. Bicep curl, overhead press as you straighten the legs. Lower the arms as you bend into your squat. Keep going at your own pace. So combo of some of the moves we did at the beginning of class. And then go ahead and bring yourself back to center and shake it off for a moment. We're going to do one more combination, combining again two things we've already done. So earlier we were doing those arm raises up and down. So we're going to combine that with the side lunges where the legs are nice and wide and you go bend one knee and then bend the other knee. So one leg is straight, the other knee is bent. So we're going to combine both of those. So set yourself up with nice wide stance, wider than the shoulders, arms by your side. We bend one knee as the arms go out into a T position. And then we straighten the leg and lower the arms. We bend the other knee, hips go back, arms out into a T. Straighten the legs and lower the arms. If it's too much to combine, just do one of the motions. So decide either do the arms or the legs. That's why we have these options. Go as slow or as fast as you want, but be controlled. All right, coming back to center, shake it off. So now we're going to do both of those exercises one last time and then we're done. So we're back to the squat with the bicep curl and overhead press. So legs go about shoulder width. Arms can start down. We bend those knees into your squat. Bicep curl, overhead press as you straighten the legs. Rebend the elbows as you bend those knees. Lower the arms back down. Bicep curl, straighten the legs, push the arms to the ceiling, and then lower the arms down as you squat. Keep going. Let's do maybe one more. Shake it off. Okay, last exercise of the day. Legs go wide. We're going back to those side lunges with the arm lifts. Again, if you just want to do one of those, that's fine. You don't need to do the combo. So we bend one knee, other leg is straight, arms go out into a T. Then we straighten the leg, lower the arms. We bend one knee, arms out into a T, lower the arms. Keep going. Go ahead and even yourself out, right to left. And then lower those arms, put the weights to the side. Shake it off. Let's come back to our chair. And we'll go back into that L position or upside down L position. So holding your chair, table, walk yourself back. Bring your torso parallel-ish to the ground. Legs are vertical. Then lift your torso back up, walk your feet back towards the chair, release the arms, shake it off. Let's inhale, circle the arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, arms come back down. Inhale, arms circle out and up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, arms circle out and up. This time, palms touch, hands lower towards your chest. Give yourself a round. Awesome work, everyone. Great to work out with you as always. Today is Friday, so we have no move of the week. We'll share a calendar of classes. Oops, sorry, that's my mic. In the chat, but on Wednesday will be functional fitness again. And then on Thanksgiving Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, there is no class. There's no class the day after Thanksgiving. So just a heads up, and we have a link there in the chat. So reminder, there's class the day before Thanksgiving, but no class the day after Thanksgiving. We have a couple of minutes, so if anybody has any questions relating to class, now would be a good time to ask. If you have GoGo specific questions, the best thing to do is to reach out to GoGo directly by email or calling.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Or a comment. One of my things that I found out now that I'm almost 80 is that my balance is horrible because I had long COVID for much of the summer and last spring. And I appreciate these balance exercises. I just wanted to say that because I'm determined to try to get back to some normalcy. But right now, I really have to grip hold of stuff, you know. So it's really great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And it's great to just keep practicing the balance. It will get better with time and practice. And some classes we do a lot of balancing, and some classes just a little snippet.
A little bit, but yeah, great. It's all good.
Great. Thank you for sharing.
Can I share a resolution with you?
Yes, please.
To YouTube Monday so that I'm busy 3 days a week. Now that I've made this public, I'm going to have to stick to it.
Yeah, I'm going to be checking in on you. So, have you been doing your YouTube Mondays?
I haven't started yet.
Well, are you planning on starting that in the new year or just?
No, now, ASAP.
Okay, so I'll be checking in on you on Wednesday.
Okay, wonderful. I have just to comment, sometimes when I stand on one foot, I throw out the hip and I lean toward that side. You know what I'm talking about. And I lose the sense of being in one continuous line and feeling the gravity, you know.
Was there a question with that, or is that?
No, well, I'm just hoping that I'm going to remedy that in the course of I guess it's awareness, partly.
Yeah, and it's also thinking about pushing your foot, your standing foot into the ground. That tends to help me. I'll just show everyone in case no someone didn't understand. I'm cutting my face off just so you can see. So let's say I'm standing on this leg. Oh, thank you, V. And the hip sort of goes like that, right? And so then it's no longer supported. And one of the ways to get that leg more vertical is to think about pushing the foot that's standing down. You're pushing that foot down into the ground to bring that pelvis level. And so that's one thing to notice. And oftentimes we have one side that sort of does that more than the other, sort of a jut out to the side, leg is no longer vertical. Another way to think about it is not just pushing the foot down, the standing foot, but imagine there's a little pin here and you're pulling away from the pin that's right by your hip. So you're pulling away from that pin and then that leg is vertical. But sometimes also the flexibility of the foot makes it really hard to do that. So the whole body is connected. And so sometimes if the foot is really inflexible, pulling that hip in makes you fall over as well. And so it's finding that balance of, can I maybe roll my feet out so that my feet are a little bit more grounded, more flexible? And then can I pull my hip in so that I'm more vertical? And just practicing that while you're holding on. And then moving towards not holding on.
I'm going to try that, Adra, because also I happen to have poor flexibility of my ankle. And
Grab a tennis ball, roll your feet out a little bit first.
What do you mean?
I said grab a tennis ball and then you can roll the bottom of your feet.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Or a lacrosse ball or any kind of little ball, a ball for a puppy, whatever.
I have balls for exercising hands and
Right.
same thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel better.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure I will. I just need a little good night's sleep. Alrighty, I will let everyone go. Wonderful to see you and have you as always. Hopefully I see you on Wednesday. And if not, happy Thanksgiving, right? Is Thanksgiving next week? Wait, wait. Yeah, Thanksgiving is next week. So if not, if I don't see you on Wednesday, I'll see you in December.
And by the way, when you get old, every day is Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.